Hello again, everyone. This is Randy, your sewing machine man, and we're looking at a featherweight, a custom painted featherweight. My customer brought me this little guy because it was making a noise. She said, "It sure is pretty." I said, "Oh my goodness, yeah, it's rose gold painted." And you can see my lighting doesn't do it much justice, but it's a very, very pretty little featherweight. They did a real good job. These people out in Wiggins, Mississippi, called Sew, S-E-W, so many featherweights.com, Sew, S-E-W, so many featherweights.com. Down in Wiggins, Mississippi, it's down between Hattiesburg and Gulfport, and not far from Mobile and a little bit further away from New Orleans, but over in that general vicinity, over in the beautiful part of the United States, over there by the coast, close enough to the coast that I call it the coastal area. Pretty awesome over there. But they do a good job on these. They do a lot of different colors, and you can order them in different colors based on what you want. That's how the pricing structure is. I think $800, $900, $1,000, whatever, for the different paint things. I could be wrong, just doing it from memory, but they have a lot of different colors, the candy colors, and you can get it in your whites and your greens and your reds and if you're going to TCU, you want it purple, you go for that. If you're going to Texas Tech, you want it red. If you're going to OU and you want it red or orange, for Texas, they got all those colors. Alabama, Roll Tide, get your red. And I imagine they're going to do real well because they do a good job. This particular one was making a racket. And I thought, well, it can't be anything that bad. It's a featherweight, and these guys know what they're doing. So I worked on this thing for trying to find out why it was making a honking noise every time the feeders went up and the pressure bar raised up. It would go honk, honk like a goose. And at high speeds, you probably couldn't tell it, but at low speeds, when you're just sewing sewing along like you normally sew, let's tighten down the clutch here, and just, normal speed like this, just like that, it was going honk, 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 honk. And man, you talk about driving you crazy and talk about distracting. And I thought, well, that'll be something pretty straightforward. It'll be this, it'll be that, maybe this, maybe overspray got up in the bearings, So I took everything over here apart and checked this and checked that. And the daggone the pressure bar itself was hanging up. You raise it up, and it was stiff to bring up and stiff to let down. And it would, when you'd sew, this thing here was making the honking noise. It was bent. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I've never seen a bent pressure bar in a featherweight in all these years, so it's a pretty remote outlier. And imagine the people that did this probably didn't even hear it because they stitch them out like I do. When I stitch them out like this. I never go real slow because I'm not sewing, so I'm just sewing like a house of fire, so I wouldn't have heard it myself. But she bought the machine and the paint. I think it was $1,600 to get the machine and the paint, whatever you want. This is called rose gold, which is aptly named because it looks like the old-fashioned rose gold. So this little guy here was bent. You see how it rolls. That's what a bent piece does. It'll stay flat and roll, roll, roll. And if something isn't bent, it'll look like this. See that rolls. Put a little tilt to that so you can really see it go. When something isn't bent, it'll just scoot right along. But if something's bent, it will sit there. Get it too much, of course, it'll overdo the. See, it'll sit there. Roll back and forth. That's where it's bent right there. And it's barely perceptible. But as precision as these are, when you raise and lower, it's going to hang. So bless his little heart, it had a bent pressure bar. So we took the pressure bar out, put a new pressure bar in, and of course now she's going to be real happy because it's going to sew as well as it looks, and it's not going to honk. So let's see, what else did I do? The clutch was slipping because the clutch, goes in there 4 different ways. The prongs were facing in, not out, so that was a simple thing. This line right here wasn't straight up and down. It was over about 5 degrees to the right. One set screw, straighten it up, no big deal there. So the paint looks good. They did a good job. I would recommend these folks at Sew, S-E-W, mini featherweights. And little things like this, that's just, Like when you get your new car from the dealer and they give you the checklist and you go, well, the dome light doesn't work, and they pop into the bulb in. Okay, well, that was bad, or something vibrated. But it's a good deal. I would recommend this, and that's a good deal for a machine and the painting, 1,600, because there's people that charge that just for the painting, and they're out there. So I recommend this guy. So many featherweights, SEW, many featherweights in Wiggins, Mississippi. I'll get this back to the customer tomorrow, because she's going to be happy, because she sat and watched me working on it for about an hour, because I think it'll be something real simple, and I was wrong. It wasn't something real simple. I had to take it all out, get it all fixed up, get another pressure bar, put it back in there. But now it is sewing, high speed, beautiful stitch, making a real nice stitch, which is, that's a given. But when you sew slow, it doesn't honk, 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 honk. Man, it's pretty wild. Honking Featherweight. Never heard of it. First one, but now it's no more. It's a smooth little featherweight. All right.